2, 3, 4, 5. That's my heart. Damn. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
MC, make another hit.
Whoa. This ain't what you want.
Project
This ain't what you want. This ain't what you want. Poses.
The NFL playoffs are on EA Sports, and we've got a packed house here at Mercedes-Benz Stadium in downtown Atlanta. Coming up, a battle to represent the NFC in this year's Super Bowl, and we've got a potential classic in store, as it'll be the San Francisco 49ers taking on the Atlanta Falcons. One of these teams will represent the NFC in the Super Bowl in 2 weeks' time. Which will it be as we're underway in the NFC title game? And this return going to come to a quick end as he is belted at the end of that one.
At their own 23-yard line.
Now Penix to the air right away. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it.
And that certainly could be a sign of things to come because they're blitzing to start this ball game, and it works for them there as they force the incomplete pass.
Now it's 2nd and 10. Looking to throw, Penix. And this is taken in by Darnell Mooney. 17 yards and a first down for Atlanta.
And the Falcons, first down. 1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
A run for the first time with Bijan Robinson. And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be 2nd down.
They suspected it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on first down.
From the 42-yard line, here's 2nd down and 8. And looking to throw, Penix. He's going to drop this underneath for Robinson. And that's good for a gain of 6. And that'll leave him with a 3rd and 2.
I like it, I like it, I like it. Get everyone involved in the passing game, and you know you create those great mismatches throwing it to your guys out of the backfield.
And on the first drive, that can also help establish some rhythm, right?
I think so. It gets everyone involved. They feel like they're part of it, and really gets them amped up as they go forward.
And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. On 4th down, Bradley Pinion on to punt for the Falcons. And they'll let this one go right on the outskirts of the 10. They'll down it at the 11-yard line. Purdy going to lead the 49ers to the line. 1st and 10 at their own 11. The first carry here for Jordan James. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Troy Anderson, the man on the tackle.
there's plenty of traffic waiting for him up the middle. But give him credit, he tried barreling through anyway. They're fortunate to get a yard out of that one.
Here's Purdy. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he gets this one just shy of the 35 to the 34. Good work after the catch, going to net him 23 and a first.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
And he stopped immediately there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. You don't see that a ton, do you? With the cornerback coming over to the middle of the field to make a run tackle.
That's someone with a ton of confidence to feel like nothing is pressuring him on his side of the field. Sees that the ball is moved to the middle and just sprints over there to help out. He ends up getting the tackle. Well played.
Purdy now to throw. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. The Niners passing game in sync now. They've got another first down.
Well, from their point of view, this game could not be starting out much better, could it? Force a punt on defense, and now they're moving it crisply on offense.
Crisply, I like that. Yeah, moving it very, very well. Looks like the defense on there. Heels a little bit. And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up second. But defensively on the previous play, they gave up a pretty good chunk of yardage, but right there, they got a good portion of it right back.
And if we just flip it around from the offensive perspective, took a nice step forward, and how about a couple of leaps backwards after that play? They've got to figure out a big call coming up here to try and gain that yardage back.
It'll go as a gain of 4, and that'll make it 3rd and 13.
And I think this is a route we'll see more of as this game goes on, because with his speed, they want to get him the ball in space on drag routes just like this. They want him to get the ball and run after the catch. Good job there, though, holding him for a short gain.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. Just a gain of a couple there. And that'll bring up 4th down. Jake Camarda sent on now to punt this away. And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback.
They're on the 20-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. The last series form a little disappointing, forced to punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive. 1st and 10. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
Open man is Kyle Pitts, his tight end. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. His first catch in this NFC Championship game, and it's a first down.
1st and 10 at the 32-yard line.
That's out quickly to London. And he takes it all the way down to the 28-yard line. A big change in field position there. That's 40 yards on the catch and run.
But big plays have been a hallmark of this offense all season, so there was no reason to think that it wouldn't continue here in this title game. Obviously, the magnitude of the event not getting to them early.
Now Pennick's going to hold on to it. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. A wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now 2nd down.
It sort of looks like they still have some fight in them on this series, because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But if this defense gets 2 more stops, they can keep them out of that area.
They'll try to throw again. Here's Penix. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
like a march to the end zone has hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
Here's Penix. And that is incomplete.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
Koo knocks this one through the post, and the Falcons are out to a 3-0 advantage. So after drive number 3 here, we have a score, and it's 3 points after the field goal.
I would say the feeling out process for both these teams, I'd say it's over, partner. Everyone understands what's going on now. You've kind of probed a little bit. Now you want to start throwing the big shots. First 3 points up on the board could be significant.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. That'll give him 8 that time. And it'll be 2nd and a couple. Purdy. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. That's going to be caught. It's Jacoby Myers. Down the right sideline. Touchdown, 49ers. Jacoby Myers, 57 yards. And the 49ers have taken the lead here in this NFC Championship game. Lutz good on the extra point. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. Just, I like the way you described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6.
31-yard line.
After 1, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. Back now in Atlanta, 2nd quarter action. The Falcons with the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. To the air, Penix. Short throw caught by Pitts. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
Misdirection's the key on this play. They line up with 3 receivers to the opposite side of the tight end, and they're all going to work their way across the field and let the tight end slip underneath against flow the other way. They're banking that he can get lost, and that's exactly what happened as they pick up the 1st down.
And all the way down to the 7-yard line. It's a big play there for Atlanta. 43 yards.
They made that way too easy for them. No one is supposed to be that open against an NFL defense. Once he caught the ball, there wasn't anybody close enough to stop him. And he was able to continue downfield after making the catch.
He's got it. Touchdown, Falcons. Drake London from 6 yards away. And the Falcons are once again back in front. extra point by Koo, up and good. And the lead is now 10-7. Now Pinion with the kickoff honors following the touchdown. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown. The last time out, you can repeat that. Charles' defense, they were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on their early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. Now Purdy. He throws it on the move, but can't connect as that falls incomplete. But prior to that, he had hit his first 6 passes to start the game, so on a nice little run to begin.
It feels like this offense has carried its dress rehearsal into the game. You know, because you do practice it, you do go through it, and in this case, it is clicking exactly like they drew it up.
Back to throw, Purdy. And this pass broken up. And the contact well-timed there, and now 4th down. Here's Jake Camarda now. A pretty good punt there, but also a nice return of 12 yards. And it will be Falcon football.
At their own 26-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. Out of the gun, they give to Robinson. And he'll snag about 5 yards down to the 32. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice, steady game.
Now 2nd and 5. They'll run again here with Robinson. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here.
It's been a long season, but he still looks fresh running the football. He knows his guys are 1 game away from a Super Bowl, so he's going to give it all he's got. And that's a heck of a run right there.
On 1st and 10, it's Robinson. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
They'll throw with Penix. That's complete to Mooney. So 8 yards on the completion there, and that'll leave him with a 3rd and just a yard.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Worcester picks, and he's got him. Touchdown, Atlanta. Kyle Pitts from 13 yards out as his guys are able to extend their lead. Koo now for the point after. It's good to make it 17-7.
That's the score. Falcons 17, 49ers 7. Bradley Pinion set to kick off.
And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
The Niners take over first and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They trail by 10, 17-7 as they come up on a 1st and 10. Throw left side complete. That's Myers. He was unable to shake free there. They'll cover him for a loss of a yard. And that was a heck of a play there on the outside.
Partner, sometimes I think on a play like this as a corner, you've got to think to yourself, all I got to do is slow him down so others can come over and support. But in this case, he said, forget that. I've got this. Sorry you had to make the run for nothing, fellas.
Now he'll tuck this and run. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. That'll wind up as a loss on the play, so now they're staring at a 3rd down and 12.
I believe I could see what they were trying to do there, but unfortunately, the back ran out of room. Too close to the sideline. And for defenders, we're often taught, 11 on the field, those sidelines can become the 12th defender. It worked to the defense's advantage on that play.
Throwing here, Purdy. Open man, that's Noah Fant, the tight end. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
First down.
Purdy looking to throw. Well, that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
And partner, to me, that one was all about timing. If he's there too early, it's going to be a pass interference call. If he's too late, it's a completed pass. He was Johnny on the spot on that one.
That's complete. It's Brandon Ayuk. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
And you see zone defense, and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call. You've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go, because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Once more, Purdy looking to throw. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Noah Fant, 57 yards. And the Niners have got it back to within a score. Lutz with the extra point. And the lead's down to the field goal at 17-14. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off.
Set to kick off.
Breaks through the contact. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you...
Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And the return stops at the 39-yard line. He's certainly not been afraid to take some chances downfield. Now, look, it's paid off for him a couple of times. That time, not so fortunate.
And that's where I want to start, what you said. It's paid off a couple of times. So his aggressiveness has been good for his offense for the most part. So he throws an interception there. No one likes that, but I would not rein him back in. The return on investment thus far has been pretty good. 2 touchdowns to 1 interception.
First down, San Francisco. The pickup, 14 yards. And the slot man goes in motion left. Purdy will set up to throw it here. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Myers. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And they'll have a 2nd and 1 forthcoming.
at the Falcons' 17-yard line.
They'll run for the first time here with Brian Robinson. And across the chalk, into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. Brian Robinson Jr. as the first half is winding down. And the Niners have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half. What's good on the extra point? And that will make this a 4-point game.
Set to kick off.
And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21.
At their own 21-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And with only 9 seconds remaining, and not much time, we'll see how they play this. That's going to be caught by Pitts. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds.
It's a well-designed play here. 3 wide receivers in the formation. They're all going to run deep routes to put pressure on the safeties. And then they let their tight end cut his route off a little shorter and work toward the middle of the field. That's a difficult route to try to defend.
They'll throw now on the final play. It's caught on the right side by Robinson. Shedding the tackler, and it gives him some room. And he will go out of bounds down at the 15-yard line. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. The Hallis Trophy still hangs in the balance as the second half now underway in the NFC Championship game. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And I think here with the lead, CD, they have to resist that temptation of kind of looking ahead. Would you agree?
Absolutely, I would agree, because they know the stakes. They know the winner of this game goes to the Super Bowl. And this one, it's far from over. They were the better team in the first half, but they do know that they're facing their toughest opponent of the year. And they've got to be prepared for them to fight it out all the way and add a few extra wrinkles in the second half as well. They need to stay on guard.
And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. They'll wind up losing 3 here on the play. And it'll be a third and about 13. Well, if you're going to turn things around in a game like this, Charles, those are the kind of plays that you need.
And I just love the way that defense rallied to the football on that one. They got the completion, but he was smothered behind the line of scrimmage. And when you make tackles like that, your whole defense is going to be fired up. Really nice play getting to the ball.
He'll try and do this himself. And that is incomplete.
And so many times we look at the opening drive of the third quarter as a tone setter, and many coaches do emphasize it. And that's a strong performance there defensively to force incompletion and, more importantly, force a quick punting situation.
This will be fielded at the 17. And he'll take a shot at the end of that one, and they'll begin right there. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. Now a handoff to start it out. Robinson. And get what he can up the middle. 3 yards. That'll bring up second down.
Brandon, we just saw the benefits of being able to run the ball successfully. They pick up 4 yards on that carry. So now if you're a play caller, you can do just about anything you want. But on the defensive side of the ball, you're scrambling a little bit. Now you're behind trying to figure out, do I need to blitz him? Do I need to pressure him? How do I gain an advantage on this snap?
Throw left side, there's London. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 15 yards, first down Atlanta.
First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Hand off to Robinson out of the shotgun. Knifes his way forward here, but just 3 yards on the play. Second down.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning it in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
Play fake, and they'll throw with Penix. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. A gain there of 30 big ones. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Now Penix. Got this complete to the tight end Pitts. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
It's all pretty simple sometimes, isn't it? Go where the defenders are not. And he does exactly that. Makes a nice catch to move the chains. Defense, got to find a better way of accounting for the shorter routes that are being run against them.
Give him 2 yards on that one. 2nd and goal now.
Good work there, holding them out on 1st down, and this is going to be a battle down here on the goal line. Can they hold their ground for 2, maybe even 3 more plays?
2nd and goal from the 1.
Let's go.
Robinson again. And I don't think he got in. He did not. They mark him short of the goal line. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
Ready! Liking 18!
That ball is caught. It's London for the Atlanta touchdown. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Falcons have retaken a 3rd quarter lead. True able to connect on the extra point. And that gives him a 3-point lead.
24-21.
Now Pinion with the kickoff honors following the touchdown. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there. It was a quick 3 and out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, you never want to get stopped so suddenly during the series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
That'll go as a pickup of 32 on the catch and run. From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10. Down at the 33. On the ground, it's James. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
Snap will come from the 31 on 2nd and 7. Looking to throw. Purdy. That'll be caught by James. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
On 4th down, here's Purdy. He's got his target. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. Well, we kind of looked at each other as they decided to go for it, but in the end, great execution, a 6-yard gain, and it all works out. Here's Purdy. His throw incomplete.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
Well, we're in the third quarter of the NFC title game. This is 2nd and 10. Purdy now to throw. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. And he'll just get rid of it.
That play call wasn't there for them against that coverage. So they're going to spin the dial now in their playbook and come up with one more shot at the marker to try and keep this series going.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Purdy sets up to throw again. He'll try and do this himself. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. Now Will Lutz, who went to college a stone's throw from here at Georgia State, comes on for the field goal attempt. And the 10-year vet knocks it through the goalpost, and that will tie us at 24 all. So give them 3 on that drive. You know, normally you'd say we'll take it, but the way points have been flying around, it feels like a little bit of a letdown.
Yeah, you just have to wonder, are field goals going to be enough? Because as you pointed out, the way touchdowns have been scored, does kicking a field goal actually put you at a disadvantage the rest of the way?
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due, because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
And because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. On 3rd down, Penix from the gun. That is caught. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them, and these guys have been taking advantage so far.
1 quarter remains for the right to go on to the Super Bowl. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here on EA Sports. All even as we get ready to start the 4th. Robinson up the middle. And now a whole lot of room there right there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. Pass for 20. And he's brought down after a very nice game. Good yardage after the catch. Is that play good for 30 and a first?
Well, this game has certainly had no shortage of offense. Both teams have been revved up from the start. And here's yet another big play. Boy, both defenses have just got to be dragging out there because they've been run ragged throughout.
Straight ahead, it's Robinson. And he'll get 4 there, down to about the 12-yard line.
This has been an up-and-down, back-and-forth type of a game, hasn't it? Maybe this long drive, take a little bit of the wind out of their sails, kind of settle things down a little bit.
2nd and 5. And looking to throw, Penix. This to Pitts, and he's got him. Touchdown, Atlanta. Kyle Pitts, a beast in the red zone with his 2nd touchdown of the game. And the Falcons have broken this deadlock and have taken the lead here in the 4th. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And they will take a 7-point lead.
24.
Following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And they are in need of points here, no doubt about that. With a Super Bowl berth on the line and trailing here in the fourth quarter, this possession gigantic. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. 57 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far. From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10, right at the 40. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. Well, he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 13 yards there and a Niner first. And Purdy, he's going to shift him around into something else. They'll look to throw here on 1st down. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Well, the connection they've had has been excellent today, but not on that snap. I think he was asking just a little too much as he extended that play, hoping for one more completion with it.
Shotgun now with Purdy. Got a man, that's Ayuk. And he's brought down, but not before a gain of 13, down to the 13. 1st and 10 in the red zone.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the 4th. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes. But the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
Here's 2nd and 10. Purdy. Has his man, that's James. And across the chalk, into the end zone, it's a 49er touchdown. Jordan James from 13 yards out. And the Niners are an extra point away from tying this game here in the 4th. These fans on pins and needles. A Super Bowl berth on the line, tied in the 4th quarter as the kick is away. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
The Falcons take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And this one likely on the short list for Game of the Year candidates. And boy, did it come in a good one here in the playoffs. All tied in the 4th with a berth to the Super Bowl on the line. Buckle up, everybody. That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
And partner, in a tie game in the 4th quarter, you and I both know in the NFL, that's when you lean on your stars. And he came through with a nice catch right there.
Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on 1st down. Handoff now to Robinson. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Well, it's almost football 101 that you preach to your safeties. Don't let anyone get behind you. You're the last line of defense. But he didn't let the play come to him. He went to the play. How about that read and recognition and finishing off that one behind the line of scrimmage?
That's out wide here for Robinson.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Here's Penix. He's got his man, London, right side. And he will get this to the midfield stripe, but that's not going to be enough. He's a few yards short.
It's fourth down.
They'll go for it. Here's Penix. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports.
Everybody rocking side to side to the beat. They snapping like fake drinks, bouncing to the groove. All by itself, that's the new move.
Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts still remain. Here's 1st and 10 now.
Let's go now.
Robinson, he'll try the left side to the 36-yard line. Stop there.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball in this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
Again, it's Robinson. And maybe a little over pursuit there as he's able to take this down to the 25-yard line. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. They'll run this one right with Robinson. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. Probably had 60,000 thinking pass right there, including us in the booth.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That was a big call, big guts on that one. And guess what? That run, it'll pay dividends.
They'll run with Robinson. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout as the clock will stop with 33 seconds remaining. 2nd down, goal to go. A give left side to Robinson. Now the Niners going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout. And as the 2 teams talking over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. 3rd and goal here, a big play brewing in this NFC title game. They'll try and throw. Here's Penix. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And that's a touchdown as they've broken our tie here in the final minute of the 4th.
Well, any thoughts about overtime have ended at this juncture. That touchdown puts them up 6. I would imagine they'll kick the extra point now and rely on their defense.
Yeah, rely on their defense. So a little bit of time left on the clock here in the 4th, but they got to feel good now.
49ers 31.
Now Pinion with the kickoff honors following the touchdown. And this one definitely not in the landing zone. In fact, it's over the back line. So this is going to come out to the 35. Here's 1st and 10. Purdy to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. These are the spots, this stage of the game, where it pays to have speed on the perimeter, doesn't it?
It certainly does. And in the 2nd quarter, he may very well have run by him. But in this situation, I know as a defender, I'm loosening up a couple of extra steps that allowed him to run with him stride for stride.
They'll come up now on 2nd down. Here's Purdy to throw. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. He's going to let it fly. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Some coaches like to take the shorter, more reliable yardage, and some, they like to go for the big shot. No fear of risking a deep ball there, but it wasn't enough to get him the completion.
Get set. Here we go. 18.
Throwing, Purdy. And it is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining. This defense looking impenetrable now. 3 straight incompletions. They're giving him nowhere to go with the football. Maybe a little frustrated back there.
Oh, there's no doubt about it. When you've missed on 3 straight, there's going to be some frustration. But now he's got to make sure that that frustration is temporary, not lingering. Big throw coming up.
Purdy, big 4th down play. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. That's what they need right now. Get the first down, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
Just playing smart football, understanding the situation, making the plays necessary, and making sure that clock stops at every opportunity.
They'll come up 1st and 10 here. Purdy with one final shot here. Going for the deep ball. This ball intercepted. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And the Falcons are going to hang on the final play. They get the turnover to seal this football game. The Falcons are Super Bowl bound. Time for us to sign off. Thanks for watching, and good night. And that does it for the conference championship. For Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And for our entire crew, we'll see you 2 weeks at the Super Bowl. This is the NFL on EA Sports.